How would you respond to people who say that your form of government would hurt small businesses by demanding a living wage?
Well, I come from a family of small business. My father had a restaurant. They used to say for a nickel, you got a cup of coffee and 10 minutes of political conversation. So I'm familiar with that. I think if we believe in a minimum wage, we have got to believe in at least adjusting it to inflation. When you go to $10, keeping in mind that businesses have raised their prices since 1968, and they've raised the salaries of their managers, et cetera. When you go to $10, you create more consumer demand, more purchasing power, and more jobs. So you might lose some jobs on one end, maybe an extra moonlight job by someone making $7 an hour. That will not occur because they're making more. But overall, you'll expand the economy. That's been the tradition in our country since the minimum wage was established. But around 1970s, it started not to be adjusted for inflation, and it's fallen way behind. $6.55 an hour is what it is now, as I mentioned. And if it was adjusted to inflation, it would be $10. So that's what we basically have as a premise the minimum wage. If you can't pay the minimum wage, you shouldn't be in business. So basically they adjust. Yeah. And they adjust, they raise their prices. Or they see more business coming into their stores. But we just have such a backlog on the backs of workers who desperately need a few more bucks an hour in order to make ends meet, and that hardly does it. I might add that San Francisco has a minimum wage of about over $9, and that was Matt Gonzalez's work. Well, see, they're not, they're doing okay in San Francisco.